How's it going, everybody? If you own a property here in Michigan, whether it's a home, rental property, or a commercial building, then this video is for you. Today I wanted to talk about one of the most important terms to understand when it comes to your insurance, and that is replacement cost. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Brian. I'm an independent insurance agent based here in the state of Michigan, Metro Detroit specifically, and I work with businesses on their commercial insurance programs, as well as helping families and individuals with their personal insurance, their home, their auto insurance as well. My goal with this channel is to pass on a little bit of educational information to you so that you can make more informed decisions around your insurance, and then overall help answer any questions that you might have. So let's get into it. And before we get too far in the video, I do want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. So if you find this video helpful, useful, anything like that, please feel free to like, share, pass it along with anyone else as well. So what does replacement cost actually mean? In simple terms, replacement cost is what it would take to rebuild or replace something at today's prices with the same materials without factoring in depreciation. For example, if your home or your commercial property was damaged in a fire and needed to be rebuilt, replacement cost coverage would pay to have it rebuilt the way it was. So the same size, the same materials, and based on today's current construction costs, not what it may have originally cost to construct years ago. And here's a key point. Building costs have continued to go up. Labor, material costs, and code requirements are changing all the time. So this is why it is very important to make sure that you are reviewing your coverage regularly to make sure that the replacement cost limit that you have in place still does make sense. So how exactly is replacement cost calculated? It's usually based on a few key factors. Things like the square footage of the building, the year it was built, the type of construction, and then if there are any special features or certain upgrades. Insurance companies will often use replacement cost estimators and take all of that information into account to help figure out how much it would take to rebuild your property from the ground up using today's construction costs. It's not a perfect science, but it is typically fairly accurate, and also a good reason why it is something that you should revisit every few years, especially if you have done any sort of remodeling, upgrades to your property. And also, replacement cost isn't just about the building structure itself. It also applies to what is inside your property, so your contents. Things like your furniture, clothes, dishware, appliances. Essentially, if you were to flip your property upside down, what would fall out? And on the commercial side of things, consider items like your equipment and your inventory. Now, another important point to take into account is that some policies will default to what is called actual cash value coverage, and this takes into account depreciation. So you do want to make sure that you have full replacement cost coverage on your policy for both the building structure and your contents. Another potential common mistake that people make is confusing replacement cost with market value. Market value is what somebody would pay to buy your property, and it takes into consideration things like the land, the neighborhood or location it's in. But the replacement cost is the amount that it would take to rebuild your property from the ground up. And it is common, especially in today's market, for the replacement cost and market value to be different. The easiest way to think about it is that a 2,000 square foot brick home built in the 50s, no matter where it's located in your town, is going to cost the same to rebuild. But if it's in one area versus another, the amount that it could sell for could be very different. At the end of the day, with insurance, you want the peace of mind to know that if something does go wrong, your policy will help you fully recover and make you whole and not leave you short. So having replacement cost coverage on your policy and having an accurate amount for that coverage is extremely important. So thank you for watching, and if you are looking for help with your insurance, whether it's your personal insurance, your homeowners, or your commercial insurance, the property insurance, anything like that, I would love the opportunity to work with you and see if our team could help. There's a lot of opportunities to get a hold of me, and they should all be in the description below. Please feel free to text, call, email, fill out a contact form, whatever's easiest. And if you have any questions about insurance, please feel free to reach out directly or leave them in the comments below. I would love to help answer those as well. So thank you again.